Good morning. I'm Lisa Albinowski. I am a real estate broker. I'm an associate broker with Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, and this has been my living for about 19 years now. I am a full-time realtor, and that means I help people buy and sell homes. I help first-time home buyers. I help people move up to a bigger house once their family is growing, and I also help the seniors who are downsizing, who have people who are no longer living in their home and they're living in a smaller kind of a setting, and they're looking for something more economical, hopefully to stay on Long Island so that they can be around their families who are growing here. Thank you for having me this morning.
Welcome, Lisa, and thank you so much for being part of this.
Thank you. So today we're going to talk about the real estate and how it affects cost of living here on Long Island. We have several different options that you can do and live in, depending on how much money you have and what your goals are. So when you get out of school and you have your first job, typically some folks like to stay at home and save some money. And if they're fortunate enough to have their parents allow them to stay in their bedroom and share their house, sometimes they don't charge them, but sometimes they charge a monthly rent because you're not only staying there, but you have extra electric bills, which people don't think about, and extra fuel bills, as well as your food costs. And we know that food costs can be very expensive today, as also electric and the cost of living. So sometimes you're lucky enough to do that. And if you then want to break out and get your own living quarters, there are several options for you as long as you can afford it. So people say to me, well, what if I get a one-bedroom apartment? Well, I looked up the one-bedroom and two-bedroom apartments in the geographic area of Island Trees in the Levittown Township. And if you were to get a one or a two-bedroom apartment, the rents are between $2,000 a month and $3,000 a month. So that's a one bedroom would be $2,000 a month. Now, if you want to share the one bedroom with a buddy, that's fine. The town codes are allowing two people into a one bedroom apartment. And if you want to get a two-bedroom apartment, then you can have up to 4 people sharing that with 2 people in each bedroom. And that'll run you $3,000 a month. So if you want to share that amongst the 2 or 4 of you, you know, you can do the math and split the difference. But besides that, the cost for apartment is not only the monthly rent. You'll have electric, and that could run average about $70 a month. And then if you have gas on top of it for your cooking or heating, depending on how the apartment is heated, you'll have an extra $50 a month on top of that. So the $2,000 will be an extra $70 for your electric plus an extra $50 for your gas. So if you share that amongst a couple of people, obviously, you know, your own cost will be less. You can then talk about, well, what if I want to buy a property? And as you grow and age, hopefully you're saving money, you possibly could get a one-family home. Now, that average in the Island Trees School District is about $450,000, and that's the cost. So in order to buy a home of $450,000, you need to have down payment money. You need to have closing costs for the bank, okay, because you're going to get a mortgage. Most people don't have $450,000 in cash unless you were left a lot of money by a relative or you won the big lottery, which most people don't. So you need to have good credit in order to get a mortgage. You will put down at least 3.5% of $450,000. That means you'll need about $16,000 for down payment to buy that house, which isn't really much. If your credit is good, you can get a mortgage for the rest. And that payment then will be about $2,500 a month. Okay? $2,500 a month. And that's for your mortgage, which will be instead of rent, right? But then on top of that, you have taxes to pay. So taxes average $10,000 to $12,000 a year. Okay, and I included that in your monthly mortgage payment. You will have electric, you will have gas for your heat or oil. So on top of that, you'll have another $250 to $350 a month on top of your $2,500 a month mortgage so that you can have electric and heat. Not to mention water, which is paid every 3 months, which I didn't even include in this, which is probably another $120 every 3 months. Okay? So you can see very easily that if you want to buy a home, you better find a way that you can make a good living and continue to grow in that job to get cost of living increases and also be able to move up in your industry, whatever that is. It's not easy to live anywhere that isn't costly. And Long Island happens to be a costly place to live. But, you know, our families are here. We have beautiful beaches. We have everything, you know, the city is close by. And we have everything anybody could possibly want. That's why New York is such a fabulous place to live in. The moral of the story is housing is not inexpensive. And you really need to have a good career and a good path to follow and make sure you save money. And if you get those credit cards, that you pay them on time so that your credit can be built so you'll be able to get a mortgage to get a single family home if that's what you'd like.
Excellent, Lisa. You laid out all the choices for students and gave us really great insights into the real world. Thank you for all the good work and your knowledge. We appreciate you being here today with us.
Thank you very
so
much for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye.